Hello and welcome to On a Positive Note. I am your host, Jonas Kane. As humans, we are biologically wired to focus on what's wrong with the world before we even recognize what's right, which is why this podcast takes a different approach by sharing positive news stories from around the world to encourage listeners to see how they can apply these positive ideas to improve their own lives, their own families, and their own communities. And so, on a positive note, let's start with the joke about the man who finally got his dream job in New York City. The job comes with a seat in a corner window with a view of the city, along with a company vehicle that's worth $200,000 that he gets to drive around in. He says it's truly a dream come true, being a city bus driver. Some people might view a job as a bus driver as something perhaps a bit less glamorous, but this guy was able to find the gold in the situation and polish it so his perspective could be one of positivity and of gratitude. Certainly, being a bus driver or any other job that combines customer service with specialized skills and dangerous situations requiring quick critical thinking, all of this comes with challenges. But keeping an open perspective can reframe the situation is a great way to stay armed with positive internal resources to see those challenges through with aplomb. So even though this was a joke, it does point to a truth. And the question becomes, how might you use this strategy to make your own experience of everyday life more enjoyable? And on that note, it brings us to today's top news story, which comes to us from Dallas, Texas, where a man named Curtis Jenkins works as a school bus driver for Lake Highlands Elementary School. Curtis isn't your average bus driver. According to the school's principal, Emily Gruninger, Curtis goes way above and beyond the call of duty as a bus driver. In an interview with CBS News, Curtis said that the students on his bus are his community, and he genuinely loves them. To truly make them a community, he gives every student a responsibility, including roles such as police officers, administrative assistants, a role as president, and so forth, to create a school bus utopia where everyone takes care of each other. And the kids really respond to this level of care, which is what Curtis says is his secret to success. He puts in time, effort, and care to understanding each and every one of the kids on his bus. For example, throughout the year, Curtis gives each student a meaningful gift. One such gift was a t-shirt with a picture from a book that one of his students had made, and he gave it to her as a way of encouraging her to keep writing. Other gifts have included bicycles and backpacks, birthday cards, and even turkeys at Thanksgiving, spending thousands of dollars of his own money over the years. When asked what they think of their school bus driver, students respond that they see the kindness in him, that they know he really cares about them, and how he's always ready to help anyone in need. One student, a fifth grader named Ethan, says that the bus ride to and from school is oftentimes the best part of his day, noting that his parents had divorced when he was only 4 years old and that Curtis is like a father to him, the father that he always wished he had. The average person approaches their work by consulting the job description that was given to them when they were hired, the outline of expectations and responsibilities that form the boundaries of the day-to-day work, and good employees are seen as those who conform to those standards. And then there are people like Curtis, who are anything but average. These are the exceptional employees who craft their own job description, going above and beyond the expectations and responsibilities handed to them, making their job one that best fits their unique skills and talents, and one that is much more meaningful for themselves and those they serve. Certainly, having a job like a bus driver comes with its challenges, but keeping an open perspective to redefine what it means to be a bus driver, or whatever the role happens to be, is a great way to stay armed with internal resources to see those challenges through. Some people might view their job as something perhaps less than glamorous, but by taking a cue from Curtis, you can find your own unique way to find the gold in the situation and polish it so that your perspective can be one of positivity and of gratitude. And all it takes is a little time, effort, and care. Have you ever met anyone like Curtis? How did they make you feel? What would happen if more people approached their work more mindfully, going above and beyond to honor their unique skills and talents? And finally, how can you shape your own job to bring more value to those you lead? I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode, and I encourage you to leave a rating and subscribe to the podcast, as that's truly the best way to let others know about this positive resource. If you have any comments or stories that you'd like to share with our listeners, you can send an email to me directly at jonas@hashtagpositivity.com. And that email is also listed in the description of today's episode. Until next time, my name is Jonas Kane, and this has been another episode of On a Positive Note.